The History Channel. Sponsored by viewers like you. Thank you.
James Buchanan, our 15th president, was born in the year 1791 in a log cabin to James Buchanan Sr. and Elizabeth Spear. Both of his parents were of Scotch-Irish descent. He was the second of 11 children. Only one besides himself lived past the year 1840. He attended Dickinson College in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. A dedicated Federalist for most of his young life, Buchanan turned to the good old Democratic way as he grew in politics. He worked under President James K. Polk and helped to create the All-Stand Manifesto, which would have extended slavery into Cuba, but unfortunately the manifesto did not work out. He was nominated in 1856 for president, mostly because he sat on the fence. He was a moderate and wanted to keep the sectional balance alive. Didn't want those Northerners to rip open the throat of the South's economy. Slavery.
President Buchanan worked under Polk, who saw those Southern boys work their tails off during the Mexican War, and he knew they deserved that territory, so they died for it. They earned it. Buchanan felt similarly. Didn't those patriots fight and die for this country and win it from those dirty British? Yes, and they did.
Along with supporting the extension of slavery into Mexican cession land, Buchanan also supported the Supreme Court in the Dred Scott case, which declared that Congress had no right to say whether slavery could or could not be allowed in new territory.
The Dred Scott decision made it very clear that slaves were personal property, no matter where you were in the country. It was a Bill of Rights, for God's sakes. The Fifth Amendment, private property, is protected under the Constitution, and Buchanan agreed. He knew that slaves were already treated humanely and need not be given any extra privileges.
Buchanan was the first and only bachelor president. Can you imagine? A single man in the White House? And at that time, what a stir it must have caused. The scandal. Buchanan was engaged to Anne Caroline Coleman, but harsh rumors of his marrying her only for her wealth and of his visiting his friend's wife ended up breaking off the engagement. So instead of having a wife for his first lady, Buchanan's first lady was his orphan niece, Harriet Lane.
Harriet Lane was close to her uncle and even helped him break off his friendship with his close buddy William Rufus King when it was decided that they were no longer good companions for one another.
Buchanan died June 1st, 1868 at the age of 77 at his home at Wheatland and was interred in Woodward Hill Cemetery in Lancaster.
Thank you for watching our James Buchanan special here on the History Channel.